Hello guys, in today's tutorial I'm going to take you through how you can develop a simple web application to carry out registration and login. So the application will be able to do a simple registration, and after registration the user can log in. So to begin with, I'm going to go to my WAMP server folder, and I'll go to the www folder. So in the www folder I'm going to create a project folder called login. Okay, so to make Bootstrap available in this project, I'm going to copy the Bootstrap folder. There's it. I'm going to put it into the login. Now it's there. So I'll open my Sublime, and to save my first page, we are working with login. So I'll open login and now save my first page, that's index.php. Don't forget we are now using PHP, not HTML. So I'll open the HTML tab. Title: to make Bootstrap available on inside this file, I'm going to put the Bootstrap link. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please watch my previous tutorial. I give you these files. Good. So the top part I told you, I'm going to put it here. Now the title, we'll call this one our registration page. Registration. So let's open our browser and see what we've done so far. While the browser is open, let's create our form. So our usual style way of doing it, we want the form to be at the center of the screen. So we have our form action. Sorry, don't forget we have to do our divs. Class is row. Inside the row we have div class for md4, 3 of them, so that the total will be 12. Now at the center one where we want our form to be, we can now create our form action method is post. We've done this before, that's why I'm going somewhat fast. So group, we have our input type is text class control. Now my registration, we like to have name as the first thing, name, so followed by email. So type it with the email, followed by telephone. You can say the minimum length is 10, maximum is 10. Please, I've explained all this in the previous tutorial. Make sure you watch them as we proceed. So now the new thing we'll be doing today, we'll be adding password. For user to choose a password, so type is password to make it not visible. Type password, name, we'll call it password. So we need confirm password also. For confirm password, the type is also password. Name, let's make it confirm password. Good. Now don't forget that we haven't put placeholder to guide the user in filling the form. So placeholder, that's enter name. Here placeholder will be enter email. Placeholder will be enter telephone. Placeholder here will be enter password. Placeholder here will be confirm password. Good. So now after this we can have our submit button as usual. Submit. So now let's open our browser and see what we've done so far. So the name of our project is called login. So we can say local/login. Oops, yeah, we're having this because our WAMP server is not on yet. So let's put it on. To put it down, just go to our desktop, run the WAMP server. Okay, good. So your WAMP server is turning on now. Good. Now when the server turns green, that means it's working. Good. Nice, it's green. That means it's working. So we can now go back to our browser and do local/login. We are writing local/login here because the name of the folder, the name of the folder we created is called login. So local/login. So now here, this is the form we just did. To make it more meaningful, we can put the we can put a heading there. So H1 registration. Now we can go back to our browser, run it. We have registration. So on top of the browser here, since we'll be dealing with database, I'm going to create another database for this project. So to do that, we have to go to localhost PHP admin. That is loading. So nice app. Username is root, password is empty by default. Good. Now that the PHP area has opened, we can create a new database by clicking on new. Now the name of the database, let's call it login. Leave this collection as it is and create. So on creating, let's create our registration and table. So looking at this table, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking at this form, we have 5 inputs, but when you have password and confirm password, you don't need to save the two. You only need to save one of them. So in this case, we are saving name, we are saving email, we are saving telephone, and we are saving password. The confirm password, we don't save that. We don't save it. So that's 4 now. We'll be saving 4 records. Not 4 records, 4 fields. 4 inputs by user. So 4. Go. So we have our name varchar. Let's choose 100. And the next one is email. Email varchar 100. Um, telephone. Telephone. In this case 10. Now the last thing, that's the password. So password podcast, so it's 100. So you can now save it. So when we save it, that means we are now having a registration table inside login database. So now we have to connect to our database, the one we just created. That's MySQL. I connect. The first parameter here is localhost. The next parameter is root, password. The next parameter is the name of the database, which is login. So now to detect whether something has been submitted in the form, so we do empty, if not empty, posts. One of the required field down there is name. So let's use name. So if name has been entered, if name is not empty, now we are processing the form. Name is equal to posts name. Um, email is equal to posts email. Uh, telephone is equal to posts telephone. Then we have password is equal to post password. Confirm password. You may want to ask, where am I getting all these names from? These things you are seeing here are the names we give to each input. You see name, email, telephone, password, confirm password. All those things listed on top here are the names of the each input. If you are still confused, please go to the previous tutorial and watch. But now we want to submit this, so we can add a key is equal to MySQL query and set into. Now the name of the table is registration. Set to registration value. Now what's the first thing? That's name. So value single quotes, the variable name, followed by the variable email, followed by the variable telephone. Other matters, please don't forget other matters. It has to be in the same order you use in creating your table. So after the telephone, that's password. So comma password. Now there's something we haven't done. We have password and confirm password here. That means we have to check if these two matches before we can register the person. So this is what we do. If password is equal to password, that's when we want. Let's wrap this around in the curly bracket. So if you look at this, we are saying if password is equal to confirm password. Sorry, if password that the user has entered is the same thing as what he has entered in the confirm password, now that's when we want to register the person. Else, then we send an error message saying that the password is not match. So passwords do not match. You can end here. So if the password does not match each other, then we say password do not match. So if it matches, that's when we want to run this query to insert. So to test whether if this query is successful, so you can say if q will echo uh, we alert the user registration successful. Registration successful. So otherwise, else for this, we say error registration. Error registration. So, so now this might be a little confusing, but it's just straightforward. Look at it. So after taking the inputs as usual, we are now saying if the password the user has entered is the same thing as what he has entered as confirm password, we will register the person using here. That's this query. So after registering the person, we just check if Q, meaning if this thing is successful. If it was successful when it was run, then we say registration successful. Else we say error registering. And that's all for this. So now for this, you see it ends here. So the else for if password and confirm password do not match. The else is password do not match. I hope you get this. Yeah. So now let's submit our form and see what we get. So I'm going to say password 12345, but confirm password 12345. So submit. Is what I get? Registration successful. That means it has been inserted and listen password 1234. Now let me try a different something. The same name. Alias email at gmail.com. Phone number. Now the password I'm going to put 12345. For the confirm password, I'm going to put 12. Now you see, password do not match. I hope you understand this. So this is how you do your simple registration. Now let's proceed to doing our login page. So after this, we can now create a new file. You can click on file, new file in your Sublime. So after creating a new file, let's save it. We save it as user login.php. Now this, after saving it as user login.php, let's set up the basic HTML tag. So the title here will call it user login. Now to make Bootstrap available, I'm going to copy the Bootstrap links I gave them in the previous tutorial. So you can paste it here. Now Bootstrap is available on this page. You can now say div class is now. So class is md4 and that's how we want to divide the screen into 3 as usual. So now the middle one, that's where the middle will be. So h1 we put h1, the admin will be login, let's login. So after the login, we now create our form. So the login is also a form. So we create our form. Action will be nothing. Method is equal to post. So we have our div class is form also. I've explained this in the previous tutorial. Please watch if you are confused. Text class is form control. Now we want the user to log in with their email and password. So we put email here and the placeholder. That's the instruction for the user. I'll say enter email. So I'll copy the whole thing here to. So now in this case, that's the password. So we say type is password and the placeholder will say enter password and the name we put password there. Good. So now what we need now is a submit button. So submit button, then click submit there. Good. So now um, we can process this form, but let's view what we've done so far. So what I will advise you is that let's put a link saying that the user can log in instead of registering. Yeah. So to do that, we go to our registration page. At the end of our form, I'll put an anchor here. Now, the anchor should lead to our login page, and the name of the login page is user login.php. Good. So now the text the user will see, the text the person using the system will see. Click here to log in. Good. So now you see, click here to log in. So when they click, now to send them to the login page. I hope you get this. So now in the login page also, I will create a simple link to send user back to registration page. The name of the folder is now the name of the registration page is index.php. If you noticed, that's the first file created, so it was index.php. So index.php. Now the text the user will say click here to register. Okay, so I go back here, click here to register here, click here to register then it will send me to registration. Once my registration I can go to login. Okay. So now we are on the login page. We have two inputs with name, email and password respectively. So we can go to the top of this page. Since we want to process the form, we create a simple connect. We have MySQL connect localhost, root, no password, then the database name. The database name is called login. What is that called? Database. Yeah, the database name is login. So we call it login. Now, if not empty, now again we have to use one of the inputs in the form. So one of the input is email. So we can now say if not empty posts email. Now pick all the inputs. Email is equal to email. Password is equal to password. Good. So now we have the two inputs of the user. So now here comes the security part. How do you check if these two details that the user has entered, that is the email and password, how do you check whether they are correct? So to do that, what you do is you say create a variable and call it chk is equal to MySQL I know was MySQL query connect. Now select all from registration. The name of the table is registration. the table we created here. The name is registration. So select all from registration, where now what the user is logging in with is email and password. So we also have to confirm it with the email and password column. So we say email where email is equal to what the user has entered. You see, that's the variable email. And now password. The column for password in the database is password. So and password is equal to dollar what the user has entered, and that's dollar password. So password. So now when you do this, if the email and the password the person has entered, the user has entered is correct, the value of this CH key will be 1, just 1. Now let me come again. What MySQL numbers does is that it runs whatever query you put it to it. After running it, it counts the number of records it gets. Now this query will check inside registration. What this query does is it checks inside registration and find an account that has the same email and the same password the person has entered. So if it's getting MySQL numbers counts the number of records it has gotten. So which will always be 1 for everyone, because no one can have the same email and the same password. Let's assume that no one can have the same email and same password. There's a way to block duplicate email, but we'll not do that in this tutorial. We are assuming that no one can have the same email and the same password. So that means the value for this variable will be 1. So we now say if chk is equal to 1, that means the password is correct. The password and email is correct. Otherwise, it's wrong. So now we can say if chk is equal to 1, we can now say echo scripts alert login successful. Else, that's wrong. And say alert wrong details provided. So this is very simple, you should be able to get it. Now let me go over this once more. After we created a form that has 2 inputs with name, email and password, and you submit. Now when you submit, this query picks what you've entered as your email. This also picks what you've entered as password. So now it runs a query and checks in the registration page, is there any email with the same password as you've entered? So if it has gotten, and we're saying that for a login system, there's no way a user will have the same email and the same password as another user. It's not possible. So now we're saying that in that case where there is no duplicate and there can be no duplicate email, the value of this will always be 1. The value returned by this whole thing will always be 1. And that 1 is passed on to this variable. So now we are saying if chk is equal to 1, that means it's successful. Else, then it's wrong. So this is the end of the tutorial. Feel free to ask any question in the comment section below. And make sure you like this video, share and subscribe. so that you get notified when I upload subsequent tutorials. Thank you.